a lot of civilians have died in Sudan.
Yes.
And you individually have taken that as a leadership role that we need to be paying a lot more attention and playing a peacemaking role in this brutal, brutal civil war in Sudan. Talk about why you decided to play that role.
Well, it was a couple of reasons. I've got a wonderful Sudanese American woman who works for me and helped educate me. And the Sudan tragedy, where more people die every day than Gaza and Ukraine combined.
Yeah.
is really heartbreaking. In 2019, the Sudanese people threw out a dictator, the longest-serving dictator in the world. They had the beginnings of a democracy. Two warlords started a civil war a couple years ago. People are dying.
And they're not good guys between the two of them.
This is one thing is,
yeah.
We don't have to pick a team because both teams are bad. One team, the remnants of the military, is being supported by Saudi Arabia, by Iran, a bit by Russia. The other team, the RSF it's called, has been supported dramatically by UAE. And I just thought this was such low-hanging opportunity for either Biden or Trump. But if Trump, with his influence with Saudis and UAE, could get them to cut off funding these insurgents on both teams, we could bring about a level of peace to Sudan and also show the continent of Africa that we actually care about Africans killing. I think it would be a huge policy win. It would be a great signal to the rest of the world. Trump would have undue influence with his ties to both Saudis and UAE, and it would push back the other outside forces in the region. It hasn't happened to date. A lot of this, I'm still trying to press, Marco Rubio to make sure they put a Sudanese point person. But this is a conflict that should come to an end. The world needs to pay more attention, and I'm going to hang in on it. As you said, it doesn't get a lot of attention. There are Republican senators who are working with me on this, and we got to get it done.
I mean, Trump does want to be a peacemaker. He does want to say, I have personally ended wars, even when he's in a marginal role like India, Pakistan, for example. He has played a role between Rwanda and the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, where America's actually getting some economic interest out of that too. And I've seen that Secretary of State Marco Rubio, your former colleague in the Senate, has leaned into that, has said that in Africa is a significant win. So are you seeing any signs that he's prepared?
No, I have not seen signs yet that there's been any significant focus on Sudan. In the meantime, the killing goes on, the starvation goes on. When we talk about this crazy rescissions package, where basically Trump is saying, regardless of what Congress said, we're going to do what we want in terms of cutting funds. A lot of those funds were in the foreign aid category. Our cutoff of aid to Sudan, along with many countries, but Sudan in particular, people are dying every day because America didn't keep its word on funds that had been appropriated and approved and now are being clawed back, I think, in an inhumane way, but also in a way that weakens America, because when we don't do this, other countries, a la China, can step in for pennies on the dollar and try to provide the kind of consistent support that we used to provide.